And now, here to entertain you all, because every day he's hustling. Side Hustle Cinema.
Welcome back to the channel. Side Hustle Cinema here. Thanks for clicking on this video. And guys, today I have the third part of my November physical media haul. And this one is mostly a big order I got from Orbit DVD. That was mostly a lot of Animal Attacks movies. And if you go to Orbit DVD and you look around on their pages, they have a little section, especially when you look like on a computer or laptop, you know, as opposed to your phone. It's probably a little easier to find. They have a little section where they have these different genres, or you know, kind of subgenres of movies, and Animal Attacks was one of them. So when I started to look through that, I noticed there was, you know, quite a few things that I hadn't ever seen before, or just wanted to add to the collection. They looked cool, whatever, you know, the case may be. And so I ended up doing a pretty good size haul. And also I've got some Scream Factory stuff, and that's what I'm going to start with, and then we'll get into the Orbit haul. So we'll go ahead and start with my Scream Factory haul. I picked up 6 titles. This was stuff that was on sale back in the October sale that they had. And I was going to do a separate video. I was going to give it its own video. And I thought about doing some custom slipcovers for some of these. And just never got around to it. So, you know, I figured, well, might as well throw it in this video. So here we go. The first one I picked up was Black Christmas. You know, it's the appropriate time of year to be showing this one. I watched this for the first time a couple years ago, and I didn't like it as much as I think everyone else did. This one seems to be very, very popular. I thought it was a little bit slow. I liked it enough, though. I mean, enough to, you know, want to put it in the collection, but I don't think I loved it as much as other people did. Another one that's just okay, but I needed it kind of for the collection, kind of for my Stephen King movie collection up there, and that was The Mangler. You know, I wanted to get the Blu-ray. I think I have it in a multi-pack set up there, but you know, wanted to be able to get the Blu-ray on this one. Tobe Hooper directed this one. We'll see his name come up again a little later on. But yeah, The Mangler was just okay. Robert Englund starred in this one. Kind of interesting. Well, the next one I got was The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and this one is one that I remember getting from the video store back in the day, and it was pretty much because of this cover. You know, because I was a big fan of Friday the 13th Part 2, and of course Sackhead Jason, you know. And so after seeing this cover like all the time, I was always kind of, you know, intrigued by this movie. Thought it sounded kind of cool. Finally rented it. Was definitely probably a little bit too young for this one. Because once I found out it was like based on a true story, it definitely weirded me out. Kind of, you know, gave me some nightmares. Made me not want to sleep in my room for a few nights. Probably camping out in my sister's floor, you know, that kind of deal. But yeah, there was a couple kills in this one that really did it for me. One was that first kill, the Lover's Lane kill, where he you know, attacks someone with a trombone. He's got the knife on the end, and he's like, you know, trying to stab him with a trombone. That was a definite bizarre kill that just bothered me, I guess, for some reason. The other kill was he actually shoots someone, and he shoots them from outside their house, and it was just like an old man who was sitting in his recliner. He sits down to watch TV, but his window was very close to where he was sitting, and the guy just shoots him through the window. And that bothered me a lot too. Matter of fact, to this day, I don't like position like a chair in my, in my living room or whatever, to where like someone could shoot me, I guess. I mean, yeah, it bothered me. So that was definitely one that I like it, but it brings back some memories. This next movie, probably a lot of people have, probably most people. I actually thought I had this one too, and that's Virus. I'm holding it kind of upside down here, so you can see it. See the thing? It's all factory sealed, but right there's the front, and they sealed it with the slip or the jacket cover upside down. So I gotta open it up and fix that. I can tell the movie's in there though. You can kind of hear it, moving around a little bit. So hopefully everything's good on the inside. But really good movie if you've never seen it. William Baldwin, Donald Sutherland, Jamie Lee Curtis. They're out to sea. They come across a sort of what they think's an abandoned ship or something, and well, it's full of this technology, these things that pretty much tries to kill them. It's a really fun movie. It's a fun one, very enjoyable, very good. Well, the next one I got here is the Poison Ivy 4 movie set. Really great set here. Been eyeballing this one for a while. I was glad to get it, at a really good price during that sale. These movies are really good thrillers. They're not just like skin flicks or something. They're pretty good. I mean, the first one starred Drew Barrymore, but then you had Alyssa Milano in the second one. You had Jamie Presley, in the third one. The girl from the fourth one, I think her name's Miriam McDonald. That's the one I'm not as familiar with. I need to watch that one probably first. But these are real solid thrillers. I mean, it's not just like skin flicks or whatever. But of course, all these girls are, amazing looking, so it's, that doesn't hurt. And then the final Scream Factory title I got during that sale was Piranha 2: The Spawning. And look, this is an Animal Attacks movie, so we're kind of kicking off some of these Animal Attacks movies. As a matter of fact, this one was directed by James Cameron. I did not know that. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. This was his first, the first movie that he directed. It's also got Lance Henriksen in it. So yeah, very, very cool, very good movie. It's the sequel to Piranha, but this time they can fly. Flying fish. There you go. There's the first Animal Attacks movie of the video. So everything else I got was pretty much in this big Orbit DVD haul. The only thing that I got on here that wasn't Animal Attacks was I did pick up 2 media books that I'm going to show you right now. The first one is Return to Horror High. And I've been eyeballing this one. This has been on their site for a while now. Really good price on it, I think, as far as media books go. It's $39. That's pretty good for a media book. Of course, if you're not familiar with media books, these are primarily sold in Germany. They're, hard cover, a little bit taller usually than a standard Blu-ray, but they look just like a book. And they have the usually the Blu-ray. Then in the back they'll have the DVD, or sometimes they'll have a soundtrack, or you'll have like a 4K and then the Blu-ray in the back. But then in the middle they always do like the book, the booklet with all the pages and different essays and things going on with the movie. And so that's always really cool. And this one looks particularly nice. It's a flat finish, except for a few things that are like glossy. The title, the eye and the skeleton, and then this hand down here. All those are glossy. And it's just a really nice looking book. This, of course, these are usually pretty low quantity, limited. And this one was only 333 of these made. I've got number 247. This movie is one that I haven't really seen, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. It looks really cool, and it stars a young George Clooney. So there you go. Let's just take a look at that back there. There's George Clooney. Yeah, so looking forward to checking that one out. Looks really cool. The next one is another media book. It's The Curse, and this one's just all shiny. I like that too. That one's nice. The same size as Return to Horror High, and this one is a Blu-ray DVD combo as well. You know, you got the Blu-ray in the front, DVD in the back. Then of course you got this nice little booklet with all the goodies and, you know, talking about everything. And then you know, it's got an alternate poster art here. I guess in other countries, maybe in Germany where this is from. It's called The Farm, I guess. It's, you know, sometimes, which would be a pretty good name for this one. I really enjoyed The Curse. This one is really good. It's got Will Wheaton in it. You know, he was probably around the same age as when he did Stand By Me. It seemed to be like right around that same, you know, he looks about the same age. And, you know, it's about this like sort of meteor or this thing that comes down and, you know, sort of crashes in the woods back behind this farmhouse. And so, you know, all this, you know, Will Wheaton kind of figures out like really early on that, you know, there's something wrong with this. It's kind of tainting the water, the plants, and different things. Well, the family, you know, they live off the land. You know, they grow their own food. They do this and that. And so, you know, it was making everything sweeter, all the vegetables, everything. And, but it was kind of, you know, starting to turn them into, like, creatures, kind of mutating them. And so, you know, no one will believe Will Wheaton what's going on, and then it gets to be kind of too late, and everything falls apart, and he's just trying to survive. Really cool movie. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. The animal. So all the rest of the ones I'm going to show you are all like the Animal Attacks ones that I found in that section on Orbit, and well, one of the ones I had to pick up because I picked up The Curse. They had The Curse 2, The Bite, in that section, and I didn't know that was an Animal Attacks type movie at all. But since I was picking up the media book for part 1, I thought I should pick up, you know, part 2 here. Now, I'd never seen part 2. I didn't hear great things about it. I did look up, you know, I was trying to look up a trailer for it, and kind of came across a review where someone wasn't that, you know, they didn't like it that much. So, you know, expectations are kind of low on this one. But it is a nice looking copy. And they did come out with 4 Curse movies. And they're all separate stories. None of them have anything to do with the other sequels. They all just borrow the name, I guess, for, you know, a cash grab or whatever. But this is a nice one. I mean, this is a nice looking, you know, it's a nice looking package on this one. And, it's from 88 Films, which is, one of my favorite films, or one of my favorite companies, especially this year. And there's the alternative artwork, because overseas this is just called The Bite. It's not called Curse 2. That is just for America, I believe. And so you can swap that around, and you've got The Bite there, and it's pretty much about this couple that's out and about, like a little getaway, and well, the guy gets bit by like a radioactive snake, and so he starts to, like, his arm starts to turn into a snake. He's kind of turned into a creature there. So little bit loose on the animal attacks genre. You might call it like a monster movie, possibly. I'm not real sure. I haven't actually, watched that one for myself yet, so I don't know what category it falls into. If it's animal attacks or if it's maybe a monster movie. Sometimes it's a little borderline on some of these. Next, I grabbed one called Long Weekend. It's another one that I have not seen, but it sounded really cool. And this one is a Synops film. That's the company that put this one out. And it sounds like a really cool movie. It's about another couple that's, out on vacation, out kind of roaming around, and, they're being bad to Mother Nature. They hit a kangaroo with their car. They, they're littering and doing all this stuff. And I guess Mother Nature comes back at them. And so, now they're having to deal with all these animal attacks, all these different animals trying to get them. So this one's not one particular genre of animal. It sounds like you have multiple animals that are going after them. And it was from the writer of Road Games and Razorback. So that's pretty good. Those are a couple good movies there. So I don't know. It sounds pretty cool. Looks kind of cool. And so I'm looking forward to watching that one. I bet it's good. Maybe along the lines of Day of the Animals. That's one that kind of that story kind of reminds me of. So maybe it'll be like something like that, So next I picked up Pigs. Now this one's from Vinegar Syndrome, and this one is one that I've had my eye on for a while. It's kind of an interesting animal to have in these type movies. But it sounds like this one may be more about the the guy that owns the pigs. So there's this girl, she's like a drifter. She's gets a little job at this like diner, little getaway type place. And the owner's kind of bizarre, like his former circus performer, and he has like all these pigs there, like 12 pigs. And so I guess his deal is occasionally he'll kill a drifter, and he feeds them to these pigs. And so the sheriff starts to get suspicious, that sort of thing, and everything kind of unravels. I mean that could be good. That sounds kind of good. So looking forward to that one. I did pick up the 4K of Razorback, which is another pig movie. This one is a giant wild boar. I had the previous Umbrella release, the Blu-ray, and I skipped out on the Scream Factory edition because I had that Blu-ray. And I went back and forth on whether or not I was going to pick up this 4K or not. But, I ended up picking it up anyway. I don't know. If I would have let it like go away or whatever, I would have probably regretted it. This movie does have some sentimental uh, attachment, for me. This was one that I remember watching like when I was really young. I guess probably around when it first came out, maybe. But anyway, this was a limited piece. This was limited to 2,300, and I wanted to be able to get one. I just didn't want to regret it later. I got number 297 of the 2,300. So the next one I got was Night of the Grizzly. This was an Olive Film signature series. There is a cheaper one out there that you can pick up. That's not quite as much. Of course, Olive Films isn't around anymore, so this one a little bit harder to come by. So if they still have these on the website, probably worth picking up if you want the movie. It does come in this pretty cool side-loading slip box. And there's the movie. I mean, the artwork could definitely be better, but it's cool. I mean, it's exclusive, so it's pretty nice. And then it's got all these Olive Films, features here for the movie, and I've never seen those, so that's definitely going to be great. This is a Western, but it's got a lot of it doubles as an animal attacks movie. It's basically about this lawman, this sheriff, played by Clint Walker, who inherits some land, and so he decides to give up, being a lawman, wants to just, kind of settle down, be a farmer, raise his family. But when he gets there, he finds out that all of his neighbors, not that happy that he's there. They kind of wanted all that land for themselves. And so, they're kind of up to no good trying to get rid of him. But while all this is happening, like this could be a story all in its own, there's a man-eating grizzly bear that's on the loose. And, it's been attacking and taking down some people. So you not only have the human bad guys to worry about, but they all got to be worried about this big grizzly bear that's also stalking everybody in this movie. So, how does it turn out? You got to watch it and find out. But it's definitely a great Western and very entertaining. And really glad to have it in the collection, especially such a nice addition as that. So I was very, very glad to get that one. Next is one that I got from Severn Films, and that is Birdemic Shock and Terror. I guess it's just a bird attack movie. One that I have not seen. I've heard about it. I know there's I think there's 2 more sequels to this. You can get like a whole box set that was that I did see on sale at their Black Friday sale. And, I probably should have picked it up, but I didn't. Pretty much because I just bought this movie. And, I don't even know if I like it yet. Because, these can be pretty low budget, and Birdemic doesn't sound too promising. But definitely let me know in the comments section, which of these movies have you seen? Well, last but not least, we're finishing up with another 88 Films release. This one is Rats, Night of Terror, and came with a really nice slipcover. It says it's an Italian collection, so I guess we got some Italian horror here. And I'm not quite sure if I've ever seen it or not. I've seen a whole bunch of rat movies. This one doesn't necessarily look familiar, but who knows, when I start watching it, maybe I have seen this one, I'm not sure. Yeah, so this one was a pretty cool one to get. I like the slipcover, and I have been getting quite a few of the 88 films into my collection this year. And so that's it, guys. Well, let me know what you guys think of the haul. Have you seen a lot of these? I got a lot to watch. Probably going to do a big video at some point talking about animal attack movies. That is my favorite genre. I can dive in as to why, and what some of my favorites are from each kind of category a little bit. Probably be a longer video, I imagine, because there's a lot of animal attack stuff. But yeah, so there you go, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button, and if you're unsubscribed to the channel, I invite you to do so. And as always, stay safe, have fun, keep watching those movies, and I'll see you in the next one.